This is your Solana Daily Debrief. It is the 13th of July. Happy Saturday. So moving on, firstly, to the German government is now out of Bitcoin. They've sent all their Bitcoin to flow traders and like institutional services and just basically sell the Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin's going to still be owned by them, but it's just been in custodial solutions. I have no idea if it's just been sold like over the next week or if it's been sold over the next few months. But either way, this is pretty crazy news. And Topo has this viewpoint here. The German government has failed its people in terms of like selling all their Bitcoin at this low price, not holding anything. And also, if you're familiar with the fact that they turned off their nuclear power generators, but they didn't have enough actual local electricity from solar and other things. So they've actually had to import in electricity. We're in summer now, so it's probably not going to be so bad. But in winter, the spikes in electricity prices are absolutely insane. I don't have a good idea of what's going on with Germany and their politics, but I mean, just those two things alone make me kind of confused. They're not good choices. Nevertheless, we're here to talk about crypto and not politics. So on to CoinGecko.com. So we're up a little bit with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Once again, this is just crab. There's no clear breakout either way. Solana's at 140. I have a small long on that I put on at like 140, hoping we kind of nip up to like 155. Then I'll just kind of close. I already have a take profit set. It has nothing to do with technical analysis. It just has to do with the fact that money was coming in the form of like 750 million USDC or stable coins in 1 week. And I thought that would potentially lift up the market. There are some 24-hour winners and some 7-day winners, of course. But in general, nothing's happened with Solana, ETH, or Bitcoin. So what does Key say? So whales use a lot of leverage at the bottom of the cycle. And when they go max long, that's when the market becomes over-leveraged and the trend rebounds. It would be ideal if whales were over-leveraged, but that's not the case now. And I have said it before, and like a lot of people in crypto actually say this, the market's controlled by whales. And some people think it's a conspiracy, and that's fine, you can think that. But basically, this is how the world kind of works. Like people with more money have more influence, and it's just the way it works. If you acknowledge that or think of it as a possibility, it kind of works. So here we can see the estimated leverage and the Binance estimated leverage. FTX crash, as you may recall, November 2022. And I mean, this is all like, Sol was like $20, $22, $24, and then bam, $8. And it's at this point you can see, well, this would be November. So this is where it just fell, right, because of FTX. But all this time we saw an increase in leverage. And now we're not. So, I mean, we're basically follow the whales. This is not a good time to put in leverage. I would like to see a graph going back further so we can see the leverage earlier. But long story short, don't over leverage. This is not what the whales are doing. Another thing that we need to look at here that's going to predict potentially more money coming into the market and things going up is the fact that with Bitcoin specifically, everything basically follows Bitcoin. The on-chain realized profit and loss is now down. So there's periods of time when anybody that bought Bitcoin, they're in profit, right? Like an all-time high. And there's periods of time, the vast majority of people are in profit. Right now, we're at a point where there's been a bit of a dip, a bit of a loss, but we can see this happening before, and then we had a pump up. So this could be, repetition, rhyming of markets, we could see a pump up. Another thing that of course adds to the sell pressure is that every day coins are mined, and those coins are then sent to be sold to pay for electricity and wages and all that stuff by miners. This is not a mining operation like you can just mine it in your bedroom. Miners are normally in places like China, where the electricity is far more reasonable. And as opposed to, say, Solana, which has 1,600 validators and needs to be in a data center, a miner is this machine. I'll show you a picture shortly. But we'll just have a look at this and the hash rate. So when the price goes down, the hash rate of the network drops. Because it's no longer profitable, people just turn off the miners, and if it comes up again, if the price starts to come up, they turn them back on. The hash rate is dynamic. FTX crashed, boom, a drawdown in hash rate. And then now a drawdown in hash rate. So probably it's not really profitable. I don't follow Bitcoin mining these days. I know enough to not steer you in the wrong direction, but it's nothing that I worry about. Someone can go and buy an ASIC miner. They can put it in their house or in their garage. They're very noisy things, but they're very, very expensive. You can see it says like income, this amount here, electricity. I don't know what it's this is what the kilowatt hour is. I'm not sure how many cities or countries get that kind of kilowatt hour. And the profitability is like $21 a day. And of course, a Bitcoin farm would have 1,000 units or more. And we can see like the cost to buy one is like $6,000 and, 320-day return on investment. But normally they're like I've never seen anyone get anything that cheap. So maybe you can, but probably more likely you're going to be spending this amount of money here. As an example, like this is the Bitmine and Miner L9. And if you go and order here, it's like 13,000 euros with VAT. They're expensive things. So when it's too expensive, they just turn them off. And also when they get no longer efficient enough, they just throw them away. Anyway, Bitcoin news here from Bitcoin Magazine. The world's largest Bitcoin conference is just 13 days away. And the speaker lineup is pretty crazy. I couldn't believe a lot of these people are going. Donald Trump and plenty of other senators, and really quite interesting. I think this cycle will be very interesting. You can see all this here. And if we come back to this page, it's in Nashville, Tennessee, July 25th to the 27th. I think the tickets are all sold out. Unsure on that though. MoonPay. So on to actual Solana news. When they say Solana is for everyone, they really mean it. Sol is up 1,650% in terms of buying volume compared to 2023. So MoonPay onboards fiat into crypto, and they've seen a major increase there. Also, the total economic value, as we know from just MEV rewards and fees, has been growing substantially as well. Now onto some Jupiter news. So active staking rewards, this is certainly an actionable. Pretty much everybody that's watching the channel is probably staking their Jupe because I don't shut up about it. One thing is at least a minimum of 10 Jupe, because when you're actually claiming these rewards, sometimes it's just basically going to be dust. If you wanted to claim it, it'd be 2 cents worth of UPT tokens or Sharky tokens or something like that. And if you do not claim these within 30 days, so you probably have like 25 days left or something like that, the unclaimed tokens will go back to the DAO. So the best thing is just to do it now. Do it this week, ideally before Monday. That way it's just done. Solflare wallet, as a reminder, jump into your Solflare wallet, get in there every day and do a swap. What I like to do is just get a little bit more Sol, right? This is a tutorial wallet. Of course, you can set up a DCA with anything else, like with Jupe. I like to get a bit of Bonk. Once again, this is just a tutorial wallet. Could always do with more Bonk. Or, we'll go over this later, but you can also buy Holdium tokens now as well. So maybe you want to go and buy a little bit of Holdium tokens, which we'll cover shortly. Either way, if you do the swaps via Solflare, you stand to win a prize. Regardless, because remember there is a 0.8% fee when you're using the wallet, as opposed to going directly to Jupe and not paying that fee. Regardless, Solflare is my preferred wallet. I do know that Phantom's got a very clean UI, and I do like that about Phantom. But at the end of the day, I want a wallet that's really fast. I want a community that's been looked after. And as much as I think it's really valuable to have multiple blockchains in one wallet, I've now realized that it's better for just speed of shipping for a wallet team to focus on one wallet. Just Solana, there's too much stuff going on. Now onto Shortform King. So I've asked Shortform King to be part of my Meteor Avengers. So we can basically put out little bits of information, little videos, which haven't started yet, on potential plays using Meteor in order to capture some fee value. So he went in with one here with Colt and Sol, small amount of liquidity and fees earned, bam. Just whatever this was in, it was in a good range. It worked out well. And it was a random token like this. The thing is, whenever you enter something like this, if you're keen to do it, you have to enter for a very specific period of time. And sometimes you're going to lose, sometimes you're going to win. On to Sanctum here. So just showing how well liquid staking tokens are doing. Judo, Marinade Finance, Sanctum, Blaystake, and there's a few others there. But Judo is doing well, and Sanctum's been growing, as you can see. So congratulations to them. For the builders, or for anyone that wants to go to Salt Lake City in Utah this August, so Mtn DAO has another event on. It's its 6th edition. It's crazy. It's like as soon as one event finishes, there's another one going on. As an example, there was Island DAO somewhere in Greece, and then we've got this coming up. Then there's Breakpoint, and then there's something else happening in Bali, something else happening in Thailand. So if you want to, as well as hacker houses, right? Hacker house in London, hacker houses in India, all these things are happening. So of course there's a bit of a travel requirement, but if you can make some of these, make some of these. You'll connect, you'll find great people, and you'll make for good friends. It'd be well worth it if you're building something. Here we've got Ifran, who's from Cubic. He's co-founder of Cubic, which is like a decentralized way of spending money or donating money to different projects. And this is not working for me right now, but whatever this is, it's an NFT. It's a free mint. You can go and connect your Solflare, Phantom, or Backpack wallet to the Blink and actually mint it, only it's not working. So I'm including it here because he's either going to delete the tweet or he's going to fix it, one of the two. Also, this has been created, a Blinks tab on your Twitter homepage. So this is a group you'll actually jump into. So you just coming down here and you jump in here and you join this community. And then after you've joined it, you're part of it like this. And now when you come into your homepage, you can see I'm in a few here. Anytime you want information on Blinks, this is where this stuff gets posted. And I think Blinks are very, very worthwhile in terms of going after just really getting amongst the Blinks, but also it just makes onboarding a lot easier. If someone's already on Twitter, they're going to, grab a wallet, they're going to see these Blinks and they're going to start to interact, especially as more content is produced on them. So make sure you've joined this. With Sendcoin, the game is about to start. Don't know what the game is. I know that these are done very well. We've covered them from the beginning, so hopefully you bought some and you took some profits. Not financial advice, but I took some profits. Turn on the Blinks in your Phantom wallet or Backpack. Solflare is not working directly with Blinks. You have to use this dialect extension. But if you're using Solflare, that's what you have to do. That's fine. We don't know when or what's going to happen, but all you need to do is just make sure notifications are on. So big day, send it. Just click on this and make sure notifications are on for whatever they're planning. Also, just out of curiosity, if we just have a look at Tensor, okay, so the price has come down. So if you managed to sell it earlier, brilliant. I mean, still the volume here is absolutely crazy. This is like, I think the #1 collection across all blockchains in terms of volume. Now on to Holdium. So I will shout out Tyler, who does a lot of the research. And then I go through the research after he's kind of spent a few hours every single day, right? 6 days a week going through the research. And he found out about Holdium. And it wasn't until kind of the last bit that I actually started to get properly bullish on it. I gave this thesis yesterday, so I don't really want to repeat it. But long story short, there's a guy named Nigel. I'll just be straight to the point. He is the chief scientist at Holdium. He's co-founder of some betting dApps and FanDuel, which is like fantasy sports and gambling and stuff like that. So I would imagine, without ever meeting the guy, without ever speaking to the guy, that he knows how to get people addicted to products. Like, I think that's a fair assumption. And I think Holdium is going to have that kind of element. I don't necessarily love the action. I mean, this is not, it's cool. It's different. It is actually very different. See, in the past, like, you have to have an animal normally to be a successful meme coin. Pepe is a frog, Bonk's a dog, Shiba, all these things. With it's a dog with a hat. It's very rare that it's just like something random. But Holdium makes quite a bit of sense. So I do hope you actually joined all your wallets, and we'll see how this adventure is. You've got a couple of options. You can go add some liquidity on Radium and maybe start to get some fees. You could also create a pool if you want to on Meteor. This would be on the 15th and then generate a lot of fees that way as well. But either way, it says they have over 220,000 users and more than 500,000 wallets submitted. So this was massive. It just seems a little bit strange they're going to have that many users and not the growth over here. I'm not sure if it was botted or anything like that. But either way, if you didn't hold the actual meme coins, so if we go here, if you're not holding the particular meme coins, then you won't actually be getting any Holdium. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. So you can see some people have massive number of points. This one address has 44 million points. My wallets tended to have they didn't get past 100,000, like all up. Maybe with all my wallets, maybe I've got 200,000. Anyway, I'm excited to see what they're going to do here. Of course, this includes a lot of people. It is a free airdrop. Exactly all the mechanics, I don't know, but it happens on the 15th. So we'll cover it more then. Next bit of news from DGen CoinFlip, which is something I'm not bullish on CoinFlip games. I never thought they had product market fit. And although they managed to mint money, whoever they were, from NFT mints, they never actually brought in the masses. Like just flipping a coin and doubling it almost or losing it. It's never really made people that kind of keen. Anyway, they've been working on something else. DGen Pumped Fun. So this launch happens today, 5 p.m. UTC. By the way, to anyone that's actually building an app or like putting a launch out, always include UTC. If you want to, you can include other random times as well. Also a good idea if you put the date. So you can say our first launch starts tomorrow and then the date. Like it just makes it easier. Like you look at July 12th and which is yesterday. Anyway, I'm rambling. The point is just make it easy for people to actually find what time they have to set a reminder for. That's basically the point. So they've done well with this UTC stuff here. So later on today, try this out. I'm not sure what's going to happen. It says there's codes below. I have no idea what it is. DGens will be allowed in waves of 1,000, and those on the wait list who've passed anti-Sybil checks will see a gift when allowed in. Join the wait list, put in an invite code. I don't know what the invite code is. I guess we're going to see that at 5 p.m. UTC. Next, Memecoin news. Yes Coin, an airdrop from Chad. So the Chad's like, it's a decent NFT collection in terms of volume. Not an NFT collection that I'm part of or anything like that. And there's going to be an airdrop, and these are the tokenomics here. I'm not necessarily excited for it because I don't actually own any of these. I mean, Bonk, yes. Pith Gators, if that's just staking Pith, fine. But I don't have these other ones. I don't know what this is. And Magic Eden Wallet. I've only used it once. So you can see the allocation. Just putting it on your radar. It could be worth something. I don't like the branding or anything like that. It's just been put on your radar. Actionables for the day. Complete one swap in Solflare wallet. Got until the 17th of July for the rewards. Mint Earthfriend's NFT if it starts working again. Take some profits on the Sandcoin NFTs and hold them. Not financial advice, of course. Stink bids. I've got a video on limit orders with Jupiter, so go and watch that if you don't know how to do stink bids. Stake Bonk. Vote with your Bonk. And keep an eye on the DGM Pump Fund's first launch, 5 p.m. UTC today. Airdrop actionables. Notifications for the Sandcoin. Something's happening today. Turn on your notifications. 20 to 30k points on D-Bridge. Join Adistria Finance Discord. Get beta access. Stake at least 20 million Bonk with Bonk rewards. And if you're using Grass, maybe install a community node. However, just to reiterate, you can put this on a computer with like hot wallets and stuff like that. But I like to keep things very, very safe and separate. So I'd put it on a computer without them just because I'm extra cautious when it comes to crypto. That's all for today. It's Sunday tomorrow, so make sure you touch some grass. If you liked the video, like it. If you loved it, subscribe. Catch you in the next video.